What's up everyone, it's Hey John and I jabber opportunities nonstop. In today's video, we will be discussing Bitcoin and altcoin season. It's coming and what is coming. That will be discussed. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. I wanted to start the video today with the fear and greed index for Bitcoin. It's currently at 23. The previous few days, it was at 15, 18, and then 10. I've explained to you guys that when we get to 15 to 18, we may see 10, and we did. And you can see now, when we hit a 10, we're moving back up almost immediately. And anytime Bitcoin gets in at around 10, it's always a bounce up. The only question is, will it be a bounce to a lower consolidation, or will it be a sharp V bounce and start moving back up almost immediately? Here we are looking at the Bitcoin charts, and we can see that, guess what? Yesterday, when the fear index was around 10, it hit the 40,828 support mark, and we saw a nice bounce from it. And then the following day, we're seeing Bitcoin starting to bounce and go higher. And currently the index is at 23. So we're seeing a movement up. People are buying the dips at the long-term $40,828 support zone. And in my opinion, a very key and bullish zone. Looking at the weekly Bitcoin upward trend line, we can see we broke down below it, but most importantly, we tested 40,828 and we're seeing a nice current bounce from that. On the weekly, it is still showing weakness, but on a daily, we're starting to see a bullish momentum. If we can see 3 or 4 days of consolidation above 40,828, I suspect we will see a nice reversal, and this could be the bullish market waking up in 2022. We can see here, folks, from September 20 to 27, we saw this same tap and then a sharp reversal the following week. We could see a similar momentum here following next week, and we could potentially go back up and touch all-time highs and even potentially break it. But this is a chart we need to watch and see how it plays out, and of course follow the news to see what's dropping to incite this movement. So we can see on a weekly perspective, this could be the inflection point for the following week to see a nice reversal. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I always tell folks, the more fearful it is, the more encouraging it is for me to dollar cost average and buy the dip. I understand there are many folks who are afraid, and that's okay, but I'm telling you, this game is nothing but on repeat. You see hit articles saying it's going to zero, etc. Well, guess what? This happens all the time, and Bitcoin always recovers. And if you look from the beginning of time to now, Bitcoin has only moved up. Have we seen some serious pullbacks? Absolutely. Have we seen some crashes? Absolutely. But long term, Bitcoin is very bullish and nothing has changed. The only thing that's changed is the number in the year. Inflation, rising rates, and the Federal Reserve could whip stocks around in the week ahead. After a sharp jump in bond yields to start the year, rising rates could again set the tone for stocks next week. Big events, including testimony from Fed Chairman Jerome Powell Tuesday and inflation reports on consumer and producer prices. The week also marks the beginning of the fourth quarter earnings seasons, with big banks, JP Morgan Chase, Citigroup, and Wells Fargo's reporting Friday. We are going to see 8 rate hikes this year. And of course, we will now see some potential unraveling of the debt. That is the only surprise that we know about. So the stocks could potentially move lower, but we know JP Morgan Chase is now bullish on Bitcoin. We know many years ago, he was saying it's a scam, it's fake, and now he's on board. And I suspect there's no reason for the banks to report bad earnings. They've only been able to get literally free money from the government to print. So how could you lose money in an environment where you get free money? That is gonna be something to see if they report bad earnings. But in my opinion, they're not going to. And when you see JP Morgan Chase and the banks report good earnings, I suspect we're going to see Bitcoin rise as well, simply put, because these big players now are starting to get into, guess what? Not gold, not silver, Bitcoin. We can see the altcoin season, folks. It's currently at 63. We are 12 points away from, guess what, altcoin season. I've been calling this out since early December. I've been telling folks in the beginning of the year, as in 2022 January, you're going to see altcoin season resume and pop its head out. It happens almost like clockwork to some degree, and it usually ends at around May or June, but of course Things can move around by a few months, but the point being is that it's coming, folks. So what are we seeing here, folks, for Bitcoin? We're seeing that Bitcoin is starting to rise. The fear index is decreasing. We're seeing JP Morgan Chase release earnings next week. We're seeing Joe Biden looking to request more money for, guess what? The coronavirus, the pandemic. And when he requests more money to offset the pandemic, we're going to see the stock market rally. And then when that happens, ladies and gentlemen, you are also going to see the cryptocurrency market rally as well, because our current president is going to get more money and he's going to inject it into the markets. And guess where the money flows? Into assets such as equities and, of course, our favorite, cryptocurrencies. So I suspect if you're looking to buy a dip, not financial advice, but it's looking like a pretty good loading zone. I myself have a dollar cost average strategy. I never go all in because you always got to have some dry powder, because you never know when you see a great dip buying opportunity. And in my opinion, it's here, and it won't be here for too long, because soon enough, you're going to see tons of news articles saying, oh, bullish, oh, bullish, oh, bullish. When that happens, that means you're going to be chasing green candlesticks, and that's okay too, because some folks like to chase a dragon. In my opinion, this is a time to be DCA your favorite cryptocurrencies and or stocks, because soon enough, we're going to see a great rise, folks. It'll be here before you know it. Get $250 in Bitcoin using my BlockFi link down below in the description. Get 2 free stocks courtesy of WEBULL, and get $25 in crypto.com CRO using my referral and links all down below in the description. Like, share, and subscribe. And most importantly, have an awesome day, and I will catch you all on the next one.